I know that you wrote about defending Stacey Langton, who they tried to silence at the school board meeting. They didn't want her. They tried to cut her mic, and you had her back. And I'm going to play the soundbite. I'm going to give the same warning, because then I want you to give us the context for this.
Yeah.
I'm giving the same warning I gave when Carol Markowitz was on and we played this. It is graphic. It is disturbing. If you have children in your car, you might want to turn this part down. It's upsetting. And it's inside the Virginia schools. Listen to Stacey.
I decided to check the titles at my child's school, Fairfax High School. The books were available, and we checked them out. Both of these books include pedophilia, sex between men and boys. Both books describe different acts. One book describes a 4th grade boy performing oral sex on an adult male. The other book has detailed illustrations of a man having sex with a boy. The illustrations include fellatio, sex toys, masturbation, and violent nudity. Pedophilia here. From the author, Maya Kobabe, quote, "I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth. I am going to give you the blowjob of your life, and then I want you inside me," end quote. From the author, Jonathan Evison, "What if I told you I touched another guy's dick? What if I told you I sucked it? I was 10 years old, but it's true. I sucked Doug Goebel's dick, the real estate guy, and he sucked mine too." This is not an oversight at Fairfax High School.
Sorry. May I please make a point of, there are children in the audience here.
Do not interrupt my time. Do not interrupt my time.
There are children in the audience. There are children in the school where you've placed this book. We all owe her and you a debt of gratitude. You and Stacey and moms and dads like you are the reason we had this result.
Yeah, we are like Nancy Drews. Megyn, I bet you read Nancy Drew when you were growing up, right? Of course you did. And you know what you just said before the break, I just want to reflect on that for a second, because I know you, I've been following you for a long time. You always give a platform for those of us that have been advocating for what, correct issues, I believe. But when they introduced this content in front of your child, you became the mama bear, and that's really where I think you felt it, right? Like a deep existential threat.
Yes.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Absolutely right. So it's infuriating. And if you won't fight for yourself, you don't want to be active, you don't want to be a squeaky wheel, all those fall by the wayside when it's your child.
Yeah. And the beauty of your child, that just remarkable innocence and just joy that they have as human beings. We don't want that, adulterated with this kind of stuff. This is critical race theory in education, which they claim doesn't exist, right? They say that it's just the law
It's literally on the front of the book.
Well, I know, boy, they're very subtle about it, aren't they? But, on Stacey, I went there that night because I was on the wait list, on the school board list of, public participation. And I sat there dutifully, nicely. And then all of a sudden, this mom started speaking, and I'd never met Stacey before. I didn't know who she was. And this was one of the books that she presented.
It says gender queer on the front of it for the listening audience.
Yeah. This is one of the images of the violence that she talks about. For those who can't see it well, there's a blade going through the genital area of a young man. This is the pedophilia that she talks about. This image of a bearded man having, sexual relationship with a boy, clearly. And then finally, explicit. I've marked it in my Post-it note as blowjob, which is a little indelicate, but this is in a school, Robinson.
It's literally showing fellatio.
Yeah, we have to know the truth, so I'm not doing this to be sensational or anything like that. As Stacey did, and poor thing, she was, you could hear the tremble in her voice, right, while she was reading that garbage, because she was embarrassed reading it. But this genderqueer book, the secretaries of all these different educations, all of our different officials, they like to excuse it away as award winning. And this is what parents are opposed to, because critical race theory takes garbage about race, and then gender theory and queer theory end up taking issues of gender and sexuality. And that's how we're getting this assault on our little baby cubs.
That's right. And you know what, Asra? It may indeed be award-winning. You know what else it won? It won Glenn Youngkin, the governorship of Virginia.
Yes.
And it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop unless this kind of content stops, because the mama bears they're not done.